Hey, what's up, survivors? It's your sister from another Mr. Lovely Fly Shy. um, so we're just gonna jump right into it. Like, I was a bit hesitant about making this video. I was just like, it's a bit too much. But then I'm like, you know what? You all, my lovely, lovely subscribers, aka my newfound family, my tribe. I know you all, some of you, a lot of you probably can relate to whatever I speak about. So I felt like this was an important topic to kind of touch on because I'm experiencing it firsthand, and it's so freaking frustrating, and sometimes I don't know how to deal with it. Sometimes I want to revert back to my lower state of mind, my lower sense of self, but then I'm like, no, I've came so far and I've done so much, and I just refuse to be pulled back down with people who are angered at the fact that I've escaped them. So this video is going to be titled Co-Parenting with the Toxic Ex from Hell, or something along those lines. So yeah, let's jump right into it. But I need to take a drink of water, fix my hair. All right, 1 second. Okay. So I just kind of want to open up about my experience briefly. I'm not going to go into the full specifics because that would be about like an hour to 2 hour or even longer video. So I know you all are busy, so let's make this quick. I find it very appalling, and it amazes me how my ex, my kid's dad, has the audacity to this day try or attempt to, tear me down, bring up my faults, my past, my weaknesses, my mistakes, and what have you. Meanwhile, single-handedly ignoring the own shit that lies within him, that allows him to point out everyone else's flaws, point out everyone else's weaknesses and downfalls, but yet can never ever do the work that I'm doing, in which reaching that point of accepting who you are, what you did, where you've been, acknowledging who you are, what you did, where you've been, and taking accountability for that. You see, he and I aren't on the same level of frequency, on the same level of thinking. He's still stuck and trapped in his own hell that he has created for himself. And, what he fails to realize is it's only going to get even worse for him the more he continues to try to send his black magic my way, in the form of just trying to get under my skin, trying to get a reaction out of me, things like that, And one of the biggest things that have been really stressing me out and really bothering me with him is because I already know what it is that he is trying to brew beneath the scenes or behind the scenes, and what he is trying to make me out to be, which is not true. Anyone who has known me personally and has been around me, or just knows me personally, like, you all know that when it comes to my kids, like, all bets are off. I protect my children with my life. Have I always been a good mother? No. Because, a good mother isn't going to spend a lot of time at a casino. A good mother isn't going to fall into alcoholism or substance abuse. However, at the same token, I also understand that, okay, yes, I've been there. I've been through those things, but it was the taking accountability, and it was the doing the healing work that has helped me elevate, And see, we can't change the past. The past is over. The past no longer exists anymore. And I'm just at a place now where I am not going to allow anyone to make me feel any sort of way because of my past, because of where I've been, what I've been through, you know, because it doesn't exist anymore. I don't exist there anymore. I am an elevated being, constantly creating my own reality, constantly raising my level of awareness. And so I think with my ex, that bothers him. You know, when it comes to our kids, I feel as though we're done and over with. So there should not be any moments of you accusing me of doing X, Y, and Z, being delusional, creating false ass scenarios in your own damn head that you believe that I'm doing, all because it's probably what you really are doing, what you have done, and or for whatever reason in which, you know, people try to accuse you of things you aren't doing. It's like, you and I aren't in a relationship anymore. So why do you care about anything that I'm doing? Because what I'm doing, I am not hurting or harming anyone else. I'm minding my own goddamn business. You know, just focused on what it is that I need to focus on, you know, to get me and my kids to that place where in my mind, I see us, you know, getting to. However, it's just, when you're, you know what, this is what I also wanted to bring up. I'm glad I remembered this. See, I was going to make this title. I may still put something about narcissism in them, maybe a tag or something, hashtag, but you see, yes, I've already come to the conclusion that my child's father is a full-fledged narcissist. But like, what the fuck is a title? What the fuck is a label? You know, because it all boils down to this spiritual warfare that we are all under. You know, this shit is real. I don't know if you guys are religious, what you believe, you know, but even in the Bible, they speak of some of these spiritual warfare attacks that will be placed upon the people, especially the chosen ones, you know. And yeah, so it's crazy. Like, I feel like a lot of people just regurgitate information that they hear other people talk about because it sounds cool or what have you, or it gets views. But shit, no, if you have really not ever been through a narcissistic relationship where that person has basically strategically broken you down from the inside out, that person learned everything about you, everything, and then turned around and used it against you as a tool to break you down, you know. But they can never air out their dirty laundry, and boys, there are a lot of that, loads and loads and loads and loads of it. They don't have the courage like you and I to do the work. You know, I'll never ever try to portray this image like I'm a perfect mother. There have been moments where I was mothering from a place of hurt, from a place of trauma. So my trauma response in those times, I felt like, okay, as long as I'm feeding my kids and, you know, I'm nurturing them and, you know, I'm providing their basic needs and essentials and everything and ensuring that we have a roof over our head and our bills are paid and things like that, I felt like that was enough. And that gave me the leadway to go and do what the fuck I wanted to do. And I'll admit that, and that doesn't make me feel good, because all that time that I spent at the casino during those times, you know, especially when I had just my only daughter, like my firstborn, you know, there were a lot of times she was spending a lot of time with like my sisters or, you know, her dad and his family and stuff, because, you know, I wasn't there, but I am now. And this is a message for any of you mothers out there, any of you fathers out there. Don't let these people try to take you back to that place that you have already overcome. And you are already headed into the direction of your purpose and your true destiny. You know, speak your truths, live in your truths, take accountability for what you've done wrong, but at the same time, don't allow nobody to bring you down. Because these people want to bring you and I down because they are feeling lower than low. And they're angry because we have escaped them. We're no longer at their beck and call. We no longer give them any of our energy. We no longer feed into their nonsense. And I think that's why my ex is very, very mad. Like, you know, the moment he tries to get on any negative stuff, like today, basically, all I asked him was, hey, when are you bringing the girls back home? You know, our usual setup was he gets them for a week, I get them for a week. But because I declined his sexual offer, you know, because he still feels like he can go and do what he wants to do, which I don't give a damn what he does, because I don't have the desire to ever be with him ever again in this life. You know, I can care enough about him for assisting me with bringing our kids into this world, but that's it. You know, because once you've broken me to the extent in which he has, and the fact that I'm rebuilding myself from zero, there ain't no coming back from that. You know, and to speak on forgiveness really quick, we can forgive people, but understand they do not deserve access to us, our life, anything we're doing. No. You know, and I think that's why he's so upset, because he's like, damn, like, shit, this is really done now. Like, she really, yeah, it's really done, bro. It's really done. Go find another punching bag, because I am not nobody's punching bag. I'm not finna be kicked, beat down anymore by nobody. You know, and so, like, he just been doing this stuff, like, where he'll withhold the kids, like, longer than what he's supposed to have them for, and then block me off of his phone so I can't contact him. I can't do any of that. And because I already know this cycle, and because I already know what he's doing, which is trying to get a reaction out of me, trying to get a response, trying to get me to stoop to his lower ass fucking level. And, you know, it's just, I'm just at a point like, no. And I know that I'm gonna have to definitely have a conversation with my 7-year-old, because she's well aware of it. Like, he questions her, asks her all these questions, and it's just a lot, you guys. Like, co-parenting with a fucking miserable, narcissistic, just evil, cruel being is just like, man, it can be hell on earth. But you know what? I have overcome. Like, I refuse to let that little twig get the best of me, because I already know I'm so much stronger. I'm in my power. I'm in my element. And ain't nobody gonna get me off of this throne that I'm on. And I bet you that. You know, and I mean that from the most humblest place ever. Like, motherfuckers, man. And then, you know, he tries to bring up, you know, just all this nonsense. Like, oh, you have to go to rehab. But he never once says, oh, well, you know what? I actually contributed to the fact that you had to go to rehab, because maybe, just maybe, had I never introduced you to those pills, you would have never got hooked to them, and then moved on to trying several other pills and getting hooked to those, you know? And so, it's just, it's crazy, you guys. It really is. But what I will leave you all with, and these are just the most important tips. Number one, document everything. Everything. As I've told you all in a previous video, I still have videos, voice recordings, of course, all of his text messages, all of the threatening text messages of him threatening my life, threatening to spit in my face, as he's done several times before. You know, just these demeaning, degrading, just these awful things, you know, just to really break and just destroy me. But you know what? I'm sending it back, because I don't accept it. I do not accept any negativity and any toxicity. If you want to harm me, I don't accept it. I reject it, and I send it back to you. Simple as that. You know, number two, do not react or respond. This is something that I'm still struggling with, admittedly. I'll be honest with you all. I'm still struggling with this. Sometimes I'll lose it and I'll cuss him the fuck out, and then I have to go and burn my sage. I gotta go clear my energy, meditate, pray, whatever, just to clear that energy out of my space. because I don't got the time. I don't have the time at all. Do not react or respond to these suckers. They feed off of it. They don't care if they no longer have any access to you. If they have just an inkling of access to you where they can say something to piss you off or bring up something that they know is going to hurt you or something like that, look, just kill them with kindness. Act like just don't show no reaction. Don't show no, keep a motherfucking poker face with these individuals. Because if you don't give, they can't take. You know? So, number 3. Limit all conversations strictly and wholly relating and surrounding the kids. Oftentimes in my situation, if the conversation shifts and rears to something else, or veers itself to something else that has nothing to do with him, does not have anything to do with the kids or their well-being, ignore, block, desist, delete. Nobody has time for it, like, at all. No one's gonna be dealing with that. Like, this man, I already know the truth about this guy, and he still wants to lie. He still wants to project his shit onto me. Uh-oh. Anyway. Damn, I hear people write me and then I get all right, anyway. He wants to project his lies onto me and try to make them out to be my truth. Like, one day, this man had the nerve to accuse me. This was even recently again. That's how I know, yeah. But this man was like, oh, you're a lesbian and something like that. I'm like, what the I've never had any sexual contact with a girl a day in my life. But I'm a lesbian. And, you know, I'm not knocking anyone who, I don't judge anybody. You know, if that's your forte, that's your forte. I'm just saying I've never experienced that. So yeah, it's just a lot of shit that they project onto you, but it's really their truth. It's really how they feel about themselves. So look, just, if you're co-parenting with an ex from hell, kill them suckers with kindness. Don't give them any type of reaction, no response. Ignore them. If it ain't about the kids, ignore them. You know, and always document everything. I document everything. You know, I have everything documented. You know, because I do have plans to handle my business in the court system, because I'm sick of this. Like, I should not, like, I don't even want to have to be the one to hand off my kids. Like, I want, like, a mediator. Like, I don't want to see him. I don't want any type of, anything. Like, I just don't ever want to be around him, period. Like, and I just feel like a lot of people, they try to say narcissist this, narcissist that. Like, man, this shit is real. This isn't something to just try to get on YouTube and talk about, try to get views. Like, this shit is real. And before there was really even a name for it, all we knew of it to be is just, this motherfucker's a psychopath, he's a sociopath, he's an abuser, domestic violence, like, I don't know, you know. So this is real. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. Oh, really quickly, oh my god, now that I remember, I apologize, you guys, for my last upload. I think there was some type of discrepancy that happened during the editing process. I truly do apologize. I was just gonna delete the video and then re-upload it, but then I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. Only because, you know, I'm documenting, you know, my mistakes, my wrongs, my not so good videos, the good videos. I want to document the good, bad, the ugly, sad, whatever. So I'm not going to delete it. So I understand if you guys don't watch it full through, but as long as you get the message and watch what didn't get, like, repeated during the end or whatever, I appreciate that. So to anyone out there who has been dealing with this, whether you're a male or a female, you know, it's certainly interchangeable. It's not just one sex that does this. Like, it's not just all men who are narcissists. Like, women can be narcissists as well. And they can pull these same psychopathic ass games just trying to get a reaction out of somebody. But yeah, we're not dealing with that at all. But yeah, so I'm just about to chill. He's gonna bring the kids back later on. This man wants to make himself look like a single father on Facebook so bad to try to get all these new supplies, and it's sad because it doesn't even work. Because, you know what, if they know, they know. But I don't feel the need to try to prove myself, because I know that I'm a good mother. I know what it is that I do for my kids. I know what it is that I'm working on. And that's another thing. Lastly, I know I just said I was gonna stop, but look, That's another thing. They get angry at the fact that, you know, they know you're working on something. They know you're rising up. They know you're leveling up. But because they don't know what it is that you're doing or what you're working on, or why all of a sudden you've changed and now they can't control you at all because you've set up these boundaries and these walls, you know what? That angers them. You know, and so just keep on keeping on whatever it is that you guys are doing. You are on the right track. Don't yield for none of these suckers, okay? So just you know, I just know from this point forward what it is that I need to do. I'm working on just getting some daycare set in stone for my kids. You know, that's kind of difficult without a job. And okay, sorry about that, y'all. Speaking of the devil, the kids is back. Yeah, baby. Not my kids, but you know. Anywho, yeah, so it's just like, you know, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's like difficult because, you know, right now, you know, as you all know, like my income has plummeted since, you know, decided to change my life and take control of my life. Yes, baby, that's your auntie. Okay, you guys. That's, yeah. Okay, you guys go in there, please.
This is my thing.
Yeah, that's your auntie, baby. Yeah, so, it's just a lot, you guys. Just the games these folks play for no reason, and they think they're hurting you, but they're really hurting the kids. My kid's been ready to come home, you know, so it's just like that type of stuff. But sorry, you guys, I got a little distracted. I got to tend to my kiddos. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, and share your experiences down below. Your comments truly do mean a lot to me, each and every one of you. Every time I see a comment from anybody, any of my subscribers, it really makes my heart melt, and it just makes me want to continue to keep on going. So make sure you comment and like and subscribe for me, please. And I hope you all have a blessed rest of your Wednesday. I was going to say Friday. Lord have mercy. Anyway, Wednesday, and I'll see you guys later. All right, peace. Yes, baby. No, that's your grandma and your aunties.
Yes, they do.
That's right. All right.
Look at me.
That's right.